How serious do we want to take that, huh? How serious do we want to be with this one? Because Heidenheim 0, Chelsea 2, to anyone who didn't witness or watch that diabolical, discombobulated performance, they'd think to themselves, easy day at the office. But what I'm here to tell you is that was one of the most childish matches, one of the most unserious environments, one of the most foolish encounters I've ever witnessed. That was just dumb. Pure tomfoolery at its highest quality. Like, what on earth did we just watch? Seriously. When the lineup went out, I said, you know what? That's pretty serious. To a degree. I'm seeing the back three. I'm seeing the backup keeper. I'm seeing a decent defensive pivot. Renato Vega, Cassidy. You know, I've got in Cuckoo, Sanchez, Mudryk, and Marc. I'm going to call him Marc. Spelt with a K. You're not even going to be spelt the Spanish way. Spelt with a K, Marc. You're not ready to be here. But we'll get into that. That performance from almost back to front was wild. The only person that is excused is Jorgensen. Jorgensen is the only one. He is the man of the match. Jorgensen was our best player against Heidenheim, comfortably. Now, were half the shots straight down his throat? Yes, but he still collected and claimed all of his crosses. And then he had a couple tricky ones. Now, half of them wouldn't have counted because Heidenheim wanted to involve themselves in the shenanigans and actually be offside for every single opportunity they had. Offside after offside after offside. They were Timo Werner. Mbappe versus Barcelona. This is what Heidenheim were. Just offside all the time. They didn't know the rule. So part of me was thinking, we don't deserve a clean sheet, but Jorgensen does. And part of me is thinking, they don't deserve a goal because they don't even understand the basics of the sport. The game was a mess. In the first half, honestly, I'm thinking to myself, I actually am just here for the vibes. Because the music, the chants, the songs from the home crowd was delicious. It was fantastic. The coordination, cooperation, the consistency from minute 0 to 90, just tunes, bangers after bangers. The drums, we had the whistles going. I'm in the watch along bopping my head like, yo, this is a track. Can we get this on Spotify, on SoundCloud? This is a beat. You know what I mean? Kendrick's got competition. This is serious shit. I'm bopping my head like, can we get this at the bridge? Can we get these guys moved in? I enjoyed it. And then I had to remember to myself, actually, this is a serious game. I need to pay attention. And it's when I started paying attention that I realized what an utter mess we were. What an utter mess. We didn't want to take our chances. We had a fear of the football when it come to taking our shots in front of goal. Missing for fun. We knew Marc Guiu, who really is not ready to be here. I would rather see Datro Fofana, which is what I was trying to say on Twitter, but they didn't understand. Maybe I needed to explain it even more in depth. As you know, it can be misconstrued on there. I know he's not here. He's in Turkey. My point is, why did we let him go to Turkey to keep this kid? He's not ready. Marc Guiu should be in the under 23s. He's not ready. He's not ready. You know, La Masia are, you know, they're not confused as to why he was allowed to leave, you know. He is not ready. That kid needs to go out on loan or he needs to go and play with Kellyman in the under 23s. He doesn't have the presence. He doesn't have the application. He doesn't have the finishing in front of the goal right now. That left foot strike in the box was tentative. Just, didn't have enough power on it, precision, nothing. So him up front is like almost, I'll be real, we're just giving charity minutes right now. Like, he's not ready. He's not ready. He's wasting opportunities. It could be given to someone else who we could be developing at a faster rate. That's how I see that. I'm being cutthroat and being clear with it. That is what it is. I'm not here to lie. That's Conference League games and minutes that could be going to someone else that could actually be of use to us in the future, in the near future. I don't know how long it's going to take Guiu to develop. All he's got right now is pressing and hard work. Now, that's very admirable. But it's not enough. It wasn't enough, even for players that now are at Atletico Madrid and are actually useful and can shoot and can tackle and can press and can intercept. The amount of shit Gallagher got for hard work. I'm sorry, brother. You are not going to get away with just hard work. It doesn't matter. You're not ready, right? Thankfully, it didn't cost much. But yeah, I am thinking, with all the young strikers we've signed over the years, do we not have anybody with more technical ability than him that could be getting these minutes? Washington? Like, anyone? No? Okay. So that's where it is. He had to come off. That was tough to watch. Nkunku, you've got a goal today. It was a great finish. It was a great assist from Sancho. Dewsbury Hall involved. He was involved for both the goals. He got a pre-assist for that one, pre-assist for the other, second goal as well in the second half. But Nkunku missed so many chances as well today. Tossing, the vision. This brother went to Specsavers and they said, you have clearer vision than we can provide. Like, you're not even seeing 20/20. You're seeing 60/60, brother. The vision from Tosin today. He was playing passes in behind a couple of times. Felix played one in the second half. And every time Nkunku's 1v1 or he's running at goal, he ain't taking the chances. He's ballooning it over the bar. He's putting it this way, that way, every way but in the back of the net. And obviously, yes, for Sancho, that is a great finish. Great touch and great finish into the corner. However, Nkunku, based upon the performance you had tonight, it's not enough for you to get into the A team. You're looking at Felix performing last weekend. Cole Palmer's always going to be there. You have got a long way to go if you're going to get into that A team, because tonight's performance, it wasn't enough. You're just taking chances and missing them for fun, even though you're top scorer in the competition. So, it just goes to show the levels that we're around are not there. That's why I say we will win this competition. That's why I say in previews, I know I didn't get my one, done this time because the press conference was so Lateness is greatness. I could not even do that turnaround. It wasn't possible. And this was an early kickoff for the edit. But regardless of how poor we were today in the final phase, in the first phase, in terms of the defending off the ball, how many chances we allowed them to have on goal, 16 shots, 7 on target, 7 saves from Jorgensen. Regardless of all that, we still won the game 2-0 because that's the level of opposition we're playing against. They can't shoot and they can't stay on side and they can't do the basics to just get a result, because they should have got a result against us today, I'll be honest. We shouldn't have won this game. Dewsbury Hall misses his chance as well. At that point, I'm thinking no one will ever finish, right? We're destined to be 1-0. We're destined to just close this game out in very underwhelming fashion. We've already had Disasi get nutmegged when his legs was closed in the first half. The only time Jorgensen made a mistake was probably when Badiashile didn't communicate he was going to pass to him. That shot flashed wide. Jorgensen's making save after save, claiming cross after cross. He's man of the match, like I've said for us already. He was by far and away our best player. It was not a tidy performance today. There were some good players in it, like Renato Vega. I thought he was incredibly press resistant. I thought he was incredibly brave in receiving the ball, in driving through the midfield and wriggling his way out of situations. Cassidy was doing okay and doing just fine until he decided to get himself sent off in the 96th minute when there was literally no time left on the clock. He's now suspended. Not that that really involves me or you or really impacts our lives greatly. Going into the next game, we'll just play a kid against Shamrock, but idiocy. Again, more stupidity in this game. Just pockets of stupidity everywhere you see. Pure stupidity. Don't know why he did that. Mudryk, I wasn't even impressed. I'll be real, I wasn't even impressed with Mudryk's performance until he scored. Until Dewsbury Hall and Sancho linked up with a 1-2 and Mudryk, out of everyone, he put it in the top corner. World-class finish. Brilliant finish. Proper wrapped it. Top binsed it. Yeah? Brilliant finish. It made up for everything. Everything that we had seen previously, it was made up for by just getting to see a great goal from him. And credit to him, I think that's 3 and 4 in the Conference League. Now, again, what he did today is not enough to go into the Premier League team. Neto will still be ahead of you. Sancho, with the 2 assists, will be ahead of you. Madueke will still be ahead of you, whether people like it or not. But great finish. Dewsbury Hall, in the first half, one little thing that we spotted on the watch-along. In the first half, he's playing on the left. Nkunku's in the right. I said in the watch-along, I don't really think Nkunku enjoys the right as much as the left. Even at Leipzig, I think he's playing as a left forward in a 2, not a right. Small little differences, but it's making a difference, right? He swaps in the second half. He goes to the left. Dewsbury Hall goes to the right. And now Dewsbury Hall's linking up with Sancho. He's involved in both the goals. Nkunku's scoring. He's arrived in the box. Most of our build-up and most of our chance creation was going down the right in the first half and even in the second. So it made sense to swap them. Allow Nkunku to crash the box. Allow him to be the second guy in there with Guiu, not just the runs in behind, and allow Dewsbury Hall to get closer to Sancho and to connect and to pass and to create, because that's what he's meant to be able to do as an 8. So that was good to see. That was a nice little change from Maresca. And unfortunately, we couldn't give more time and more minutes to Cobham grads because we were struggling. We were really struggling with it. We just could not control that game. We couldn't keep the ball. We were playing it out, Badiashile out on the touchline, just kicking it out, just all sorts of strippiness today. But the person that gets credit for the clean sheet is Jorgensen. None of the defenders, Jorgensen. And like I said, we win, we move, we qualify for the knockouts, but it was a messy, childish performance. Very childish performance, very silly performance, very immature performance. And yeah, we're lucky that we got the win. The fact that I was begging for a penalty in the first half, it wasn't even a penalty on Mudryk, got booked for diving, I think maybe, tells you all you need to know. It was a very, very messy game, but it was great beats, great vibes, great music. Lovely. Loved all of that. Home crowd absolutely kicked ass. But in terms of what was going on the pitch, blasphemy. So we live, we learn, we move. Smash up the likes, make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of that match in the comments down below. But I am ready to move on swiftly, aggressively to Aston Villa. And hopefully we see more quality. Until next time, big up your damn selves. In a bit, people. Peace. Exhausted.